Yes, this is AU Gansu 2015 coming at you from the Seers, I Tarif Unc L in the proper noun, involuted, tyrosinase, photonic L inventor as the adjective and the verb as a verbal action coming through AU Gansu. All, you know what I'm saying, all for God. Gansu is God's office on earth coming to you with the science of magnetism, specifically for the seers, involution. Join us, MUURISHGANSUL.com, MoorishGansul.com. Check for us, AU Gansul Facebook page.
All of your ion transfer and exchange must take place in a cell that is, number one, optimized, which means that it has all of its vital cellular water
AVS
inside.
Media Demo.
Right. It is pumped up to its full hydrostatic pressure.
Right.
The water is serving to orient and support the DNA so that the DNA
AVS
replicates
Media
itself
Demo.
accurately. Those are three of the main functions of water. Now, when this water is ingested, when it goes through the membrane of the cerebral cortex, it creates
AVS Media
a hydroelectric
Demo.
field so strong that it can draw a molecule of water imprinted with a command from the brain out to the extremity at a rate that happens 2,800,000,000 times per second.
Right.
Now,
Now,
that's a strong
AVS
electric
Media
field.
Demo.
Now,
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, what would you say the main function of the water, water as far as how does it work in the body? What would be its main function?
Its functions are manifold.
AVS Media Demo.
One of the most important things that it does is that it actually constitutes the makeup of all of your tissues. You are essentially a walking column of water. And the way that is to be understood
AVS
is
Media
that
Demo.
the proteins in your body have charges on them, and that is how the DNA is a program. The charges on these surfaces are the substrate
AVS
to which
Media
water
Demo.
molecules absorb and are held electromagnetically to the extent that they become rigid, right, in the Z layer. And they build up to 600 layers thick. And they build up relevant
AVS
to the
Media
shape,
Demo.
placement, and intensity of the charges on protein surfaces, with the proteins acting like scaffolding and the water structures, which is what I just described, building up
AVS Media
as
Demo.
organelles, which build organs, which build bodies. And we are made up of water structures.
Okay.
And the electrism in our bodies hold the water structures together.
AVS Media Demo.
Every molecule, every cell in your body requires 100 microvolts of electrical potential in order for you to be alive.
Right.
AVS Media Demo.
Conveys 25 million kilowatts of electrical potential per drop. Now, the reason that's not excessive is because your body is running on millions, if not billions, of volts of electricity, all of which are holding
AVS
the water
Media
structures
Demo.
of which your body is made together in their relativity. And the water acts more as a fuel than as just a wetting agent. Go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to just kind of piggyback on what you're saying is that I definitely found
All right. Ferromagnetism depends on matter or materials plus electromagnetism caused by currents. Electricity has two motion, an orbital spin. If all of the electric lines up with their spins in the same direction, the spin will add and create an observable field. So let me say that again. Electricity has two motion orbital spin. If all of the electricity lines up with their spins in the same direction, the spin will add and create an observable field. When canceling spins are accounted for, a net magnetic field remains. This residual field in a region is the net magnetization of the region or the domain. Say it again. When canceling spins are accounted for, a net magnetic field remains. This residual field in a region is the net magnetization of the region or domain. Helium is not magnetic. The two electrons in helium atoms occupying the same energy shell. They occupy the same energy shell. No two electrons can have the same exact property. So again, no two electrons can have the exact same property. To occupy the same energy shell, their spins must be oppositely directed and cancel the other. Partially filled shells may line up the same spin as other electrons, creating a non-zero magnetic field. Any charged object in an electric field experiences an electric force. Magnets can exert at a distance, just like electric charges. Magnetism plus electricity or electric fields may be represented with field lines. Unlike electric field lines, magnetic field lines are always closed. They never have a starting point or a starting point. The magnetic field turns back the other way outside of a loop. Since the north pole of a magnet is attracted to the south pole of another magnet, this means that the geographical north pole of the Earth is really a south magnetic pole. Say this again, this is very important. The magnetic field turns back the other way outside of a loop. Since the north pole, and that's dealing with the compass. Since the north pole of a magnet is attracted to the south pole of another magnet, this means that the geographical north pole of the Earth is really a south magnetic pole. Electricity charges an electrical charge experience a magnet force in two conditions. The charge must be moving through a magnetic field. Second, the velocity of the charge cannot be parallel to the magnetic field. If a coil of wire is placed in a changing magnetic field, a current will be induced in a wire. This current flows because of what's called electromotive force. It's producing an electrical field, in parentheses, EMF, that produces the charges around the wire. EMF is the voltage. A changing magnetic field through right, so now I'm going to get into going back in the second part of the trust definition. One of the best words to deal with is vested interest. A vested interest is an estate is vested in interest when there is a present fixed, keyword, fixed right of future enjoyment. Okay? The definition for the different types of trust, you have complex trust, inter vivos trust, irrevocable trust, and revocable trust. And you'll read a little bit on that on your own definitions and learning about this. Given the definition of rights, rights means a well-founded claim, keyword claim. The ideas of claim and that the claim must be well-founded always constitute the idea of right. If these claims inhere in the very nature of man himself, they are called inherent, inalienable rights. Right and obligation are correlative ideas. The idea of a well-founded claim becomes in law a claim founded in or established by law, so that it is said that a right in law is an acknowledged claim. Thus, at law, no right is brought into existence until a well-founded claim is made in a proper and timely manner. A security is the protection, assurance, and indemnification. Protector means the duties of the protector of a trust are to ensure that the trustee acts in the best interest of the beneficiary. He may act as counsel to the trustee and generally has the power to replace the trustee at will. Mandate. Mandate means a contract by which one party gives to another party power and authority to act in their behalf in a prescribed manner. Legal title. Legal title is one cognizable or enforceable in a court of law, or one that is complete and perfect so far as regards the apparent right of ownership and possession, but which carries no beneficial interest in the property, another person being equitable entitled thereto. In either case, the antithesis or equitable title. Excuse me. Equity. Equity means the amount that a property is worth beyond what is owed on it. What is fair and just? A system of rules and principles based on fairness and justice. In the United States, law and equity are usually administered by the same court. Donor. Donor, the party conferring a power, one who makes a gift, one who creates a trust, another name for grantor. Domicile, which is very important, the established and fixed permanent or ordinary dwelling place or place of residence of a person, whether natural or juristic, as distinguished from its temporary and transient, though actual place of residence. It is his legal residence, as distinguished from his temporary place of abode, or his home, as distinguished from a place to which business or pleasure may be temporarily call him. And corpus, the whole body, material substance of anything, a collection of stock, bonds, etc., forming the principal of a trust fund or estate as opposed to the interest or income. So these are just brief definitions that you'll be encountering upon your own reading, and some of the information conveyed to you pertaining to the language of trust.